Was Cindy murdered because they thought she was a prostitute? Under construction, sad but happy, crying but laughing, ugly but pretty, hungry but full, hurt but fine, weak but strong, I pretend, and that is me. 10/25, 2001, Cindy's song. Hung Jung Song, who was known to her friends as Cindy, was open-minded and fiercely independent. Her friends said that she was also studious and willing to work hard to achieve her goals. This bright and vivacious woman liked dance and painting and aspired to become a graphic and fashion designer. Born on February 25, 1980, to Bansun Song in Seoul, South Korea, Cindy moved to the United States in 1995 to live with her aunt and uncle in Springfield, Virginia. She attended Hayfield Secondary School and then transferred to Randolph-Macon Academy in Front Royal, Virginia, where she graduated in 1998. She then got an apartment and enrolled in Pennsylvania State University, where she majored in integrative arts. She also joined the Korean Undergraduate Student Association, American Red Cross, and Advertising Club. She was scheduled to graduate during the spring of 2002, but sadly that day would never come. On Halloween night in 2001, 21-year-old Cindy was dressed as a Playboy bunny, which consisted of a pink sleeveless shirt with a rabbit design imprinted on the front, rabbit ears, a white tennis skirt with a cotton bunny tail attached to the back, brown suede leather knee-high boots, and a red knee-length hooded parka. She went partying with friends at Players Nightclub, now the Basement Night Spot, in the 100 block of West College Avenue. Around 2 a.m., they went to play video games at another friend's house. At 4 a.m., she was dropped off at her apartment, 363, by her roommate, Stacy Paik, at State College Park Apartments in the 300 block of West Clinton Avenue, which is now a Light State College on Blue Course Drive. Cindy had been drinking that evening and was mildly intoxicated when taken to her apartment. Paik watched Cindy as she walked toward the door, but couldn't confirm she went inside. Later that day, when Paik returned from visiting her family, the door to their apartment was locked from the outside, and there was no Cindy anywhere to be seen. Paik wasn't too concerned at the time, because allegedly, short absences weren't entirely uncharacteristic. However, after missing shifts at the Seoul Korean restaurant, which is now the Coop Korean Chicken and Cuisine, and her failing to contact anyone, Cindy's friends reported her missing on November 4th, which was 3 days after she was last seen. When police arrived at her home, they found eyelashes on the kitchen counter, which were a part of her costume she had been wearing. They also found her backpack and a cell phone. Her keys and her purse, containing her credit cards and driver's license, were missing, as well as the rest of her bunny costume. Her cell phone was turned off, and she didn't place any phone calls from her apartment after returning home. Nor was there any indication of a struggle or foul play at the scene. Bloodhounds and search parties were sent into the woods and other areas surrounding her apartment with no results. Cindy's mother, Ban Soon, and brother Kai Ho traveled from South Korea to the United States after her disappearance. They cleaned her apartment shortly after the initial police search, inadvertently destroying what physical evidence might have been there. They hired Jin Han, an attorney from New York, to help be their spokesperson. Ban Soon was quite distraught, but was very active in placing posters around town. The theory that Cindy ran away was quickly ruled out. She had already registered for classes for the next semester, she had a computer ordered, and she had Britney Spears tickets. Did not have any travel plans in November 2002, and her loved ones maintained that she was not suffering from any personal problems at the time of her disappearance. There has been no activity on her credit card since she disappeared. Cindy had broken up with her boyfriend months before her disappearance. Her roommates say she was getting over the breakup and was not depressed about it. Some people speculated that Cindy was abducted from her apartment, while others theorized that she had entered the apartment after she was dropped off, but decided to leave again to travel to a nearby 24-hour supermarket she often frequented, and was abducted going to or from there. On December 5, 2001, 35 days after Cindy was last seen, authorities received a tip from a woman in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The witness claimed that she saw a woman matching Cindy's description inside a vehicle with an unidentified male in the city's Chinatown district. The witness said that the woman called for help, but the man interrupted her and told the witness to leave. Authorities have not identified the man allegedly seen by the woman. The man was described as having an olive or light brown complexion with medium-length hair. Allegedly, it was found out that the witness had seen was not Cindy. In January of 2002, there was a prank call by a woman claiming to be Cindy, and by the beginning of February, there was no active leads to go on. In spring of 2002, Ban Soon said through an interpreter, "It is now spring, and there are flowers, and she is not here to see it." In June of 2003, a career criminal named Paul Weekly was facing a felony burglary charge and told police that his associate and bank robber Hugo Marcus Zelensky, along with a man named Michael Kurkowski Jr., had abducted Cindy while she was walking down the street. Wesley said that Kurkowski had mistaken Cindy for a prostitute. Cindy was then allegedly taken to Kurkowski's house in Hunlock Creek, where she was kept inside a walk-in safe, where the two men had their way with her until she died. After that, Weekly said that they then buried Cindy's body in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. Zelensky was arrested, and several sets of human remains believed to be from between 5 and 12 people were found in his backyard. None of the remains were from Cindy. Kurkowski could not confirm or deny Zelensky's account because he was one of the people buried in Zelensky's backyard. Weekly said Zelensky had killed Kurkowski after learning that he had kept Cindy's bunny ears as a souvenir of the crime. One of Zelensky's friends told police that Zelensky had bragged about the murder to him. Weekly initially claimed that he had only helped bury the bodies of the victims found at Zelensky's house. It turned out he actually assisted Zelensky with 2 of the murders. Zelensky and Weekly had conspired to rob $60,000 from Kurkowski's home, and Kurkowski's girlfriend, Tammy Fassett, was killed because she happened to be there. Investigators are skeptical about Weekly's claims that Cindy was abducted and killed by Zelensky. A search of Weekly's computer revealed that he had downloaded several articles about Cindy, so he could have learned about her case online. Zelensky has always denied any involvement in Cindy's disappearance. Paul Weekly is serving life in federal prison after pleading guilty in connection with the murders of Kurkowski and Fassett. Investigators have been unable to prove Zelensky's involvement in Cindy's disappearance, but they have not ruled him out as a suspect either. Zelensky went on for the murders of Frank James and Adai Keeler, which were 2 of the bodies buried on his property. He was acquitted of the murder charges against him, but was convicted of 2 counts of abuse of a corpse in March 2006. He was charged with the murders of Kurkowski and Fassett, and after being convicted in a 2015 trial, he received a life sentence. At the time of Cindy's disappearance, she was 5 foot 1 inches to 5 foot 3 inches tall, 110 to 130 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. The Playboy Bunny costume she was wearing consisted of a pink sleeveless shirt with a rabbit design imprinted on the front, rabbit ears, a white tennis skirt, cotton bunny tail attached to the back, brown suede leather knee-high boots, and a knee-high hooded parka. Her ears and navel were pierced. If you have any information in Cindy's case, please contact Ferguson Township Police Department at 814-237-1172 or 800-479-0050.